everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I have been thinking for a while, what do I film as the first video? And I was overthinking, thinking too much. And I realized, if I continue doing that, I will never start filming anything because I always overthink and think, oh, this needs to be really well planned out and something needs to be really interesting or whatever. So I was like, you know what? I've been overthinking. So let's do something that came into my mind recently. I wanted to film a little reel. I was thinking about a reel, but I thought I'll film it for YouTube and do a little long format stuff, which I've been actually missing doing long format stuff because I love to talk clearly a lot, and it's hard for me to do like short format. And yeah, I overthink. Anyway, I have done my kitchen recently. I think I posted like a short about it and showed around. So this is my lovely kitchen, and I have done most of it all by myself. I've done the tiling, I've done the floor install. It was a old floor, reclaimed parquet flooring from a other house that basically I got off Facebook Marketplace, and it has been incredible. We had to obviously install it, sand it all down, and varnish it. I can pop up little clips here where I was doing it all. Anyway, then I was, tiled it. We kept some of the cabinets here that used to be there already, and we didn't have those two cabinets there. There was a fridge and a freezer that was actually quite hard to live with, like small under-counter fridge and freezer. And now we have a big one. That was the dream. Because obviously also we had that in our previous apartment. We had the big fridge freezer, and then going from that to the small under-counter ones was just not the best. But we love this house so much that we were like, you know what? We're gonna make it work whatever way. Like, I'm not that fussy. So what we did, we knocked through this wall. Obviously I didn't do myself that. If I could, I would, but I can't. It was a load-bearing wall. So this was originally just the kitchen. So it was so narrow, and we always hang out in the kitchen because Andres comes home from work, I cook some food, we talk about the day and stuff, and we're just standing around in this very tight area. If you can see where the wall finishes, this is where we were. So, sorry if the camera is shaking. Anyway, so we would just hang out here all the time, and we were like, okay, we weren't able to afford to do it for a while. Now it's gonna be 3 years and 2 months, I think, since we've been here. But we thought that we were gonna do it way later because there's just so many things that needed to be done with this house. So we thought, okay, this is not a priority, it's something. But then we started getting issues with a lot of damp on this outside wall. And what we found out was that like our basically outside patio was laid a bit too high, and there was basically all the water was coming in and coming up the walls, and it was just not good. So we redid the whole patio, and then we had to obviously replaster the walls and everything. So to avoid doing those things twice, we were like, okay, maybe we should knock the wall down sooner rather than later. And obviously, since it was already 2 years since I was like here and already doing so many things, we thought if we do a lot of the stuff ourselves, well, myself, Andres doesn't do much. He just works. He works, gets some money so I can buy things for this house and my tools and stuff so I can do it, which is perfect because I wouldn't want him to do anything anyway. He wouldn't do it right. I am the handy man of the house, and he's the artist, gentle hands. Anyway, so we were like, okay, if we do it ourselves, we can like really do it on sort of as much of a budget as we can. And that's how we did. I got the reclaimed parquet floor in Facebook Marketplace. We got like appliances on finance, on 0% finance, what we thought were affordable. And yeah, the cabinets as well, where we took in 2 goes. There was like sales and stuff. So there was a lot of things that needed to be done, but we managed to do mostly everything. And yeah, there was so much going on. You don't even think about all the little things that go into doing the kitchen. And I did so many different layout plans for the kitchen, which is actually the reason why I started this video. I wanted to talk about the layout because people were like, why is your cooker so far away from the sink? So anyway, this was probably the reason why I started even this video, because I wanted to talk about the layout. Basically, the sink was already originally there, and I like that the sink is facing the garden and I can see in the garden while I, wash the dishes or put the dishes away. And the dishwasher as well is there in the corner. It might not be the most easiest layout, but I thought it still works. I had considered, okay, how can I put this? I'll put the camera somewhere here. The lighting might not be as great, but anyway. So I considered, this is a massive island. It's 3 meters long, but I considered to have a small island to put here. It would be way smaller. Maybe we could fit some, I don't know, I hope you can still hear me. Maybe we could have fit enough chairs for all 4 of us. But then I realized this space where we have the chimney breast, which is actually all ducted chimney for the ventilation of the cooker, the extractor. So it goes directly into the chimney, which is always what I wanted with all the smells and everything and cooking. And I thought that would be the perfect place with the chimney breast type of vibe going on, and the cooker and stuff, and the big range cooker, and it would fit perfectly. So I thought, like, I had so many different visualizations done on like IKEA kitchens, and I had like DIY kitchens is where we got this actually kitchen from, because they had like such a great tool of doing all of it. Not sponsored or anything, it's just because we also kept some of the cabinets, like I said before, we kept some of the cabinets, and you were also able just order extra doors. So basically, we went with DIY kitchens, but anyway, I did so many different layouts, and I thought, okay, we could probably like save some money and maybe space, and maybe it would make a bit more sense, and like things would be closer together if the island was smaller and like would just be there. But then this side of the room, it would just leave this area empty, and because of the shape this room is, there wouldn't have been that much space where to put things anyway. I don't know, it would have made things a bit more awkward. Maybe would have put some shelves or something, but I don't think you would have been able to fit much around anyway. Maybe like a dining table, but it would have to be in the middle of the room almost. So I was like, the best layout for me, I thought, was to have the range in the chimney breast. And because again of this wall, how it goes, it had to also finish a bit out than that. But I had to put that one there just to make it even, so there would be space. I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, this is how we ended up with. We can nicely fit 4 chairs. We could probably fit 5 if we needed to, and if we didn't have another cabinet there, we could have fit 6 chairs, but we didn't really need to. And I got these chairs off of Facebook Marketplace as well, my favorite place. and I think it works so well. And you know, the fact that the cooker and the sink are so far apart does not bother me. I feel so grateful that I have a kitchen. My dream kitchen is literally my dream kitchen. Just so big. Well, it's not incredibly, insanely big, but for me, it is so big that, yeah, so I feel so privileged and so happy that I have such a big kitchen that I have to walk so far to the sink and the cooker and everywhere. So I feel grateful almost for that part. Yes, things might run a bit more smoother, but I do not care for it at all. I don't mind it whatsoever. We get the dishes from the dishwasher out, we put them right here, and we place them wherever we need them to go. Also, my very important thing was to try and hide as many appliances as possible because I hated the bulky stuff. I wanted to move some other things as well, but Anna was like, you know, just leave it. But at least I moved here a bunch of appliances. Microwave, we keep the doors open. There behind the microwave there is an open space, and there is more open space behind the cabinets, so there is airflow. Don't worry about that. And yeah, we made this, put together all of the cabinets myself with a little bit of help of my brother-in-law. We had a bit of help with a carpenter because I didn't want to ruin and mess up the plug sockets and everything we put in the island, and it was really hard to order extra back panels and end panels and stuff like that, so I wanted to make sure that those are done correctly. So we had like a friend carpenter that helped us out, but I assisted him like with lots of things, and we did a bunch of stuff together. The worktop was also like struggle to think like, what are we getting? And this is the compact laminate, because I am not the Mrs. Oh, coasters here, course coasters there, because I will forget. I'm not the cleanest person on the planet or the most organized person on the planet. So with the kids, I thought, you know, like this is proven, hopefully, that like there's less staining and stuff like that. So we just went for this because it was like cost effective compared to like all the like stones, because I was looking at the stones and like quartzes and stuff and thinking like it's so expensive, and also it would stress me so much if something went wrong, like, you know, if I like stained the stone worktop compared to this, I would cry, or it would chip or something, because yeah, like I said, I'm clumsy. I am not super put together to be all about coasters and stuff. So yeah, we chose the compact laminate and I love it. It's actually really good. So yeah, this is our kitchen. I still am considering putting up in this, like the area on this side of room, coving like cornice around the walls, including the cabinets. And I'm still have bits that I need to finish, and it's always the worst, you know, finishing up the small little things. Like I'm still trying to sand down and finish off the skirting bits. Oh, look at that, kitty cat is coming in. Hello. So yeah, there is still a bunch of stuff. I made these wall shelves, repurposing my old dining table. So it was an old reclaimed wooden dining table that I just sanded down and cut into pieces enough for making them into shelves. These are all made of that dining table. So I did that all tiled. This tile is amazing. I love it so much. And try to put as many plants as I can in here. But yes, we absolutely love this kitchen and it has been a dream. So yeah, I don't know if you, can't think of anything else that I can imagine about it. So let me know if you have any questions. And yeah, I'll see you later in the video. I'll see you later in a next video or something. So